Martin Schwab here, August 24th, 2017, introducing the next section on abundance-based economics, for precisely an alternative abundance-based currency for the world, and eventually a solar system human civilization. So I'm thinking that big, but it doesn't mean it's not relevant to today's concerns. In fact, what really I was thinking about recording this video today anyway, but the news story this morning was that central bankers of major nations are meeting in Jackson Hole, and part of what they're really concerned about is populist resentment of their policies or even their existence, if you read between the lines. And so my work fits into that story, but I am becoming more and more I think about this, I'm becoming sympathetic for their plight, to the burden of kind of running the world with the system that they have is not really tenable. It's not resulting in the type of lives that people want to live. So instead of this video being a rant against the Federal Reserve System, I'm simply offering this actually to folks in central bankers to consider as an alternative to really the way we understand and have understood money up to this point in our human history. It's I guess my quarrel with the status quo, and not necessarily those who benefit from it, but the status quo itself, the way it's structured, is that economics, as we study it, as one social science of many. My expertise is political science, also a social science. Sometimes those disciplines like to compete with each other to see who's the king of the social sciences. I'm not even interested in that dispute. I'm interested in challenging the idea that money is a force of nature. That's the main idea. If you take nothing else from this video, I'd like you to wrestle with that idea yourself. We can change our realities, and it's a social money, as we understand it now. It's a social invention. We invented it really in the agricultural revolution, with no significant fundamental changes in all that time. And so we have automatic updates for our computer systems. So for this vital, fundamental overlaying social system, I'm proposing an automatic update. I haven't made that actual update. I'm only sort of beginning to program that, if you will, or outline the possibilities. So that's what I will literally do with my 3x3 Global Drills Worksheet, to show you how this important idea fits in with other important ideas, but hopefully in a simplified but yet not simplistic outline, which is what these global worksheets are. So hope you enjoy this next section. I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. Thank you. Real abbreviated look at how to use this global worksheet. So just looking at number 7 as co-equal to all of the other great problems that I've outlined here that have global space-based responses for us to figure out using the actual 9-point worksheet, which you'll see. I'm going to focus here on scarcity-based economic paradigm on Earth as limiting all of our responses. And so I put it along with groupthink, okay, anywhere it exists, as a threat in itself, sort of a self-imposed threat or limitation. So the space-based solar power component of my global response is not so important. Perhaps the solar energy or the universal energy abundance from our sun is, but it doesn't need to be space-based solar power. It's really the point-to-point transmission of even terrestrial power, which, since I've written on this, looks like it could be, a game winner, along with battery storage that Elon Musk is working on. But it's all whatever over the horizon, or even possibly considered at this point in time, fringe technologies. All the ideas were crazy at once, right? And I'm just referring to the 0 point. Everything should be on the table, so to speak, right? That we should be investigating any and all ideas, and not which one is better than the other, because that implies that you have to choose one, or invest scarcity-based money to develop one versus the other. I'm saying we should develop all good ideas and share in the research. Okay. So here, just on the space-based solar power, this is how the content in here is not so important as how this worksheet is used is more important than the content itself. The idea, in fact, is for people, different teams, to work together in teams of 6 with each of these perspectives, ideally, or individually, to keep adding new ideas and create new worksheets, so that the ideas get better. That this is not a control system, but more of a planning system. So in the interest of time, I'll drop some links explaining the content that I have put in here in the description section below. So scroll down and look for that. I may do more of this. It's just simply reading from the book that I wrote in 2014 on the second edition of Home Planet Defense. And this is the section in which I started off the video. And I thought I would just read the few sentences of this first section. Hopefully the focus is there. If not, you just listen. Money and all economic exchanges inhibit true free enterprise. So we all have a passion that we want to study and contribute to civilization. But most of us have to work at something other than our passion to survive. This is true whether we live under capitalism, socialism, or even if we barter. True free enterprise can enable all of us to fulfill our individual purpose. We can and should do everything that we want to do as we live in the universe. Otherwise, we merely exist. Money does not have to make our world go around. It is not a force of nature. And it goes on from there. So hopefully that piques your interest and gives you a philosophical overview of how this alternative economic structure is maybe a little different than others that you may have heard or studied throughout history. I think it's pretty good. It's really the core idea of this book, in addition to the worksheet itself. So with that, in the interest of time, I'm just going to stop there, and I'll add more videos on this topic that go into different aspects of what I just presented later. So hopefully you look for those. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.